All right, what's up, everybody? Last weekend of the college baseball regular season, all of a sudden upon us. SEC tournament next week, NCAA tournament behind it. It's down to the nitty gritty. I'm Barstool Mintzy, joined by Peyton Chotinier. We're going to break down all the storylines and action coming this weekend. What's up, Peyton? How are you?
Man, I'm great. It is crazy that the end of the season is almost here, or at least the regular season. It feels like literally yesterday we were talking about we just got to make it to SEC play. Like, isn't that crazy, actually?
Does it feel like it goes faster when you're playing or when you're following it?
No, it's like when you're playing, it's kind of the same way where you're in the beginning of the season, you're all excited because it's the beginning of the season, but then you kind of get into those non-conference games that you care about, but it's not the same as it is SEC. So you're waiting for SEC play. And then once it hits SEC, same thing as it is as a fan. It goes so fast. So,
yeah. 10 conference weekends down to the final weekend. A lot of storylines in the SEC. I want to get started with what the hell happened in College Station, Texas last week.
Yeah,
A&M gets swept at home by an 0-24 Missouri team that we thought wasn't going to win an SEC game. And not just did they sweep them, they beat the crap out of them.
Yeah.
A&M goes from looking like being a 2 seed in the NCAA tourney to now, they're out unless they're 10-17 in SEC. They're at Georgia this weekend, so if they swept Georgia, they'd be in.
Yeah, if they sweep,
if they win 2 out of 3, maybe.
I think I was kind of playing the numbers game in, and if they go 2-1 against Georgia, and then they make a run in the SEC tournament, there's still a chance. It's not great, but there's still a chance. They'd have to really do some damage there. So, yeah. I don't know. That's like literally the worst possible scenario is what just happened for them.
It feels like you need to almost old Yeller them and take them out back and shoot them after that weekend. That was – I just don't know how to describe – you got swept at home by an 0-24 SEC team. I don't know how to sugarcoat this. I always try to glass that full, find a positive in every game. But there's no positive.
No, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. And I feel for Jace, man. I feel for Jace because we just got done with that great interview, and I was like, oh, this team's turning around. They're going to look great. And then, oh, man. So what do you think is going to happen? No shot. Are we on the fire early train? No way, right?
I think he gets another.
You have to give him one. There's no way he's already done. There's no way.
I know they tried that. They were looking at Skip Johnson from OU a lot last offseason and went with early. That would obviously be a good option.
OU's good. OU's got, 13 wins this year? It's not like they're doing anything crazy.
Yeah. I don't know, man, but I just had to comment on that because that was the most embarrassing.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, and then some other stuff around the league. Vandy winning 2 out of 3 in Knoxville. Did you see the Barstool Vandy video trolling Tennessee?
No, what was it? It was awesome.
It was just all highlights of Vandy crushing Tennessee to Rocky Top, Tennessee. This Tennessee bunch, they're the villains of college baseball, man.
Yeah.
They bring the emotion out of everybody. They're always getting in skirmishes, and talking smack, and I think they're the best for the sport. It's just so great to have
it is great for the
sport that everybody hates. And their fan base makes it easy.
I was going to say it's great for the sport, but that's exactly what Vitello wanted. He was trying to become the villain of the SEC, and he's done a great job of it. Created a really good program, but that's what's going to happen whenever you lose a series is everybody wants to beat you, so you're going to get destroyed. That's just – it is what it is. But, hey, I'm here for it. I think it's great for college baseball.
Well, Tennessee – they're 15-12 in SEC. They go to Arkansas this weekend. There's a chance if they lose 2 out of 3 here, do they even host at this point?
If you lose 2 out of 3, you'd be at 16 wins. 16 wins, I think, still might get you a host to regional. I still think there's a chance there. So, nothing to be worried about with this Tennessee team, but they're just kind of weird. It's like. I don't know. They're super good, obviously, but then you see it. It's just like they're missing just something, and I don't know what exactly it is. But you can't lose the type of series that they've lost. I don't know. It's interesting to me.
Yeah, they've lost a bunch of series. I think they've lost 4 out of their last 5.
And like in the very beginning, we're like, this team is dominant. Like they're gonna win every single weekend, is what it looked like. And then who was the first? I think they went to no, Alabama
They
didn't beat
lost
them.
that A&M series at home.
Yeah.
They lost 2 out of 3 to Kentucky at home.
That A&M one was the one where it's like, oh, okay, this team's beatable. So, and then whatever. And then A&M, of course.
Yeah, it's interesting. And then also the last thing I want to mention from last weekend, Mississippi State winning 2 out of 3 from Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Man, really tough game 3. Ole Miss came back to be down 6-5 in the ninth. The runners on first and second, no outs, and double play strikeout to end it.
Yeah, it sucks, man. It's so weird because like I without a doubt think this Ole Miss team is better than the Mississippi State team. I don't know what it is about Mississippi State. Like they just have our number. We can't win against them, man, and it sucks because you want to win so bad, but for whatever reason, and especially at their winning at their place would be so electric. I wanted to do that so bad.
Yeah, Ole Miss dominated that first game 10-4 too. Just got hope so. But they split the series 2-2 this year.
Well, yeah, true. You count, but that I don't know. I think you look at the midweek a little bit different than you do the weekend. At least I do.
No, I think that's totally fair. Well, we'll go ahead and jump into it.
It helped State out a lot. I think that was. I think
State,
that was really,
State right now, 12-15 in SEC. They got Missouri. Well, that's actually the first one we touched on. They go to Missouri this weekend.
Yeah,
I mean, people are saying is Missouri the Tigers the hottest team in college baseball after going down to College Station and sweeping A&M to improve their SEC record to 3-24 this season.
They're going to go on and win the SEC tournament. Watch.
I mean, it's going to be the true Cinderella story.
That would actually.
I think State.
I don't think so.
I put that whole Missouri series on A&M choking. I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm not sorry. I'm being so hard on A&M, but like, I mean, what can you? I mean, I don't know what you say. You can sweat my team.
No, that's
not
you can't.
An SEC game. Man.
I think State actually has a chance to sweep this weekend, and that'd be really big for them.
I'll tell you the State thing. My take was proven wrong on the Lamona's firing. I just thought it was crazy they fired him during the season. They've been playing some great baseball since.
I said that there's a chance that they're going to all of a sudden turn this thing around with no real head coach just because they get to play as relaxed as they want. Shit's hitting the fan right now for that program. So it's kind of like, hey, who cares? Let's just go out there and have fun. And that's the best way to play baseball. I had a feeling they were going to be good.
Yeah, no, they look like, I mean, as long as they win, they're in the NCAA tournament if they win 2 out of 3 years.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So got to like their chances. All right, the Auburn Tigers, what a story they've been this year, dude. They're up to number 6 in the country.
Yeah.
They hit on 2 transfer starting pitchers. You knew they could hit. Man, they're tearing it up. They go to Oxford this weekend. Auburn looking like they could be a top 8 national seed, which last year they were like 6-24 in the SEC last year. I mean, what a turnaround. Yeah. And then Ole Miss.
Auburn.
What's up?
I said people kind of sleep on Auburn. It's like they're like the program that just like they're not really a baseball program, but if you really look at their stuff, like
they made Omaha a bunch of times. They made Omaha a bunch of times. I mean, obviously y'all beat them in 2022 in that opener. Yeah. No, I agree. I think they're really good. This series for Ole Miss now, Ole Miss 14-11 SEC. I mean, the window for being top 16 to host a regional is now extremely tight. Yeah. I mean, a sweep here, you do it for sure.
It would be huge.
I think 2 out of 3 here and then win a couple in the SEC tourney. Would that be enough?
I think, it could. And if I'm Ole Miss right now, it's like this could be a good weekend for us just because it's not like there's that much pressure. You don't have to play. You're in the tournament. You're in the tournament. I mean, there's no way they're not, right? There's no way they can't be.
Oh, no, Ole Miss is 14-13 SEC. No, Ole Miss is in the tourney.
That's what it's like. I mean,
they're solid right now. They're like a solid 2 seed. Like they're somewhere between number 17 and 21.
So I mean, you have a chance to host. I guess. I think if you sweep, you can host. If you win 2.
A sweep here, you're hosting. Auburn being number 6.
You still have something to play for, but at least this weekend, we haven't had a weekend at the end of the year where we can just say, okay, we're in the tournament. We can relax. We haven't done that in a couple of years, so this is good for the program.
Yeah. So how do you feel about this series? Do you think the Rebs can take 2 out of 3?
I think they definitely can because it's at Swayze, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think they definitely can. It'd be cool to see that happen. That'd be big. I mean, I would love for a sweep. That would regional at Swayze is boy, that's so much fun.
I know. That's and but I think a little perspective here when talking about the Rebs. You and I were both, they were picked to finish 14th in SEC
Yeah,
preseason out of 16 teams. You and I both said bounce back year,
yeah,
number 2 or 3 seed in the NCAA tournament, back in the tourney. All that's happened for
yeah,
sure. I mean, they're even with them being a 2 seed right now, above expectation. Been a very successful year, restored respectability, all
yeah.
that. So I think when you put it in perspective, it's been a really good year.
No,
And so,
it's good for them. And I don't think anyone's saying this is a bad year yet. Now we'll see what happens postseason wise. If they go 0 for in the regional, people will be pissed. There's no doubt about it.
I'm homering taking Ole Miss 2 out of 3 here too.
Yeah.
Auburn's been red hot, but I think they're really due to lose the series.
Yeah.
All right, Texas A&M heads to Georgia. Like we talked about A&M, 10-17 in SEC, 27-23. Dude, their RPI fell off a cliff last week. I mean, they fell 9 spots just after losing the first game.
Yeah,
I think they ended up dropping 25 or 30 spots.
I mean,
as they should.
Just killed them.
Georgia 40-13, 16-11 SEC, number 10 in the country. Has a chance to pull off a top 8 national seed for the second time in Wes Johnson's 2-year tenure. Boy, this is a spot where you got to question A&M's mindset after what happened last weekend.
Yep.
Georgia's been really tough at home. Georgia they mash. I feel like there could be blood in the water here.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I think I
think Georgia. I wouldn't be shocked if Georgia even swept here.
That's what I was literally just about to say. I don't think Georgia just wins. I think they sweep this weekend. I think A&M at this point is completely done. I think
they're a wounded dog.
They're done. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I know the old Yeller comparison, but it's bad. And Georgia has so much to play for with the chance to get a top 8. So we're kind of in agreement there. All right, in all the series, the last weekend of the year, Thursday to Saturday, because of the SEC tournament next week, which I think is very smart by the NCAA to get rid of all the pitchers, a day of rest. Because you got games starting, Tuesday?
Yep.
So I like that. All right, interesting series of games with Florida. We talked so much about A&M being the team that turned it around after the 1-9 start. The Florida Gators were 1-11 a few weeks ago. And now they're 13. They're 12-3 since the SEC, and they went from out of the tourney to people thinking they could host even. They're 35-18 overall, and they're hosting Alabama this weekend, who another solid 2 seed right now in the NCAA tourney. I just think Florida's too hot here. I got Florida winning 2 out of 3, but Florida Gators on top.
Yeah, this is a weird one too for me. We're what you were saying, Florida is one of those teams you can never count out. They're just always going to stick around. But I also think Alabama has been that team where you look up and you're like, wait a second, Alabama won that series against Tennessee, or they won that series. I don't know. It's just kind of interesting to see that. So in Gainesville, that's going to be tough. I'm going to take Florida, but I truly think Alabama can make a run this year.
Yeah, no, I don't think this is a Florida sweep. I mean, Bama's been fighting all year. I think it's a hotly contested series. Florida pulls out 2 out of 3. But the Gators are so hot. I mean, dude, the Florida was 100-1 to win the tournament when they were 1-11, and now they're 22-1.
Bet you would have wished you'd taken that one and said that A&M one now.
That's one way of putting it. All right, Kentucky Wildcats heading to Vandy. Kentucky 13-14, very quiet 13-14 in the SEC. They're an NCAA tournament team. Vandy, real hot, 16-11 in the SEC. Riding high after winning 2 out of 3 in Knoxville last weekend. Shout out to the Barstool Vandy Twitter account for a gold mine video trolling Tennessee with all Vandy highlights beating them to Rocky Top. I thought that was really funny. I'm debating Vandy. I'm going to go Vandy 2 out of 3 here. I thought about Vandy sweep, but Kentucky's sticky. They play a lot of close games. I think they pull one out, and Vandy wins the series.
Yeah, I agree. 2 out of 3. Kentucky is one of those teams where I don't think they'll get swept. They will find a way to win one of these games, and it's going to be off of something dumb they stole home, or it's a first and third play that they run or something where they're going they're going to do something weird and score a run and win the game. That's just the way Kentucky is.
I might bet some unders in this series. Kentucky's been playing that small ball, lower scoring approach. Vandy has good pitching. I could see this series kind of having some lower scoring games.
Yeah.
LSU Tigers, man, Biggs winning 2 out of 3 at home against Arkansas. Great series last weekend. You just can't make it up. Another 1 a.m. LSU thrilling win in the 10th.
Yeah, boy, that was awesome.
The sky's blue in other news. I mean, it's crazy the stuff that happens out of the box. But LSU, when you look at this team, the 1-2 combo of Cade Anderson and Anthony Ianson, maybe the best 1-2 pitching combo in the country.
Yeah.
And those guys, when you look at the postseason, the fact that LSU's already, locked up a top 5 seed, it's going to run through the box in Baton Rouge. I mean, you never know what's going to happen because it's baseball, but looks like an Omaha team to me.
I agree. And we were talking about the beginning of the year, Arkansas's pitching staff, and, they're still good. But you look at this LSU team, and, boy, they look good. I mean, they are – in my opinion, Arkansas obviously played well against LSU, but when you watch those games, LSU looked like the clear-cut better team, in my opinion. So that was really cool to see them do as well as they did. And you're right about playing in Alex Box. I mean, they basically secured – I shouldn't say this, but they basically secured an Omaha spot here. I mean, that helps out tremendously for them.
Yeah, an interesting storyline this weekend. LSU playing their old coach, Paul Maneri. He was there from 07 to 21, won a national title in 08. But, man, it's been a tough first year for him at South Carolina.
I don't know what's going to happen there. I don't know what's going to happen there.
I think Maneri's a legend of the game from Air Force and LSU, but I didn't like the hire.
It was a weird one. It was kind of like a come out of retirement. I think he was good buddies with the AD, and the AD asked him to do it. I don't know. It's just I don't know. It kind of it's hurting his legacy a little bit. I don't like it.
Yeah, South Carolina's got such a great baseball tradition.
I know.
And their fan base, to see them struggling, they might have 400 fans in the game the other night midweek. So, but I got LSU. I'm going sweep. Screw it. They're hot. I think they take care of them.
I'm going LSU 2 out of 3 just because I think Maneri will find a way to win one of these games. No way he gets swept.
He's going to want to win one bad this weekend.
Yeah. Hopefully the fans show up for him. That'd be cool.
Texas and Oklahoma, you get the Red River rivalry on the diamond. Texas lost 2. So last couple weekends got swept in Arkansas, lost 2 out of 3 at home to a red-hot Florida team. Neither one of those you didn't lose to bad teams, but the thing about baseball, and we've talked about this, you want to peak at the right time.
Yep.
I don't like what I'm feeling on the vibes here. Since their ace, Jared Spencer, went down, they are going to get Max Bellew, the Golden Spikes candidate, their best hitter back for the NCAA tournament. He's been taking batting practice. But I'm just worried Texas peaked at the wrong time. They're still 20-7 in the SEC. They're still going to win the Southeastern Conference regular season, which is an unbelievable accomplishment in Coach Slosh's first year. But I'm kind of getting concerned about and they're great at home, but I don't know. I just got a weird vibe on them in the NCAA tournament right now.
I wouldn't say I have a weird vibe on them. I just think they are really good in the beginning of the year. Losing Jared Spencer hurts out a ton. And I think they're kind of coming off of the high finally. Like, okay, this is the team that they actually are. I think they're, obviously still really good. I do think they'll take this series. Even though Oklahoma is a damn good team as well. It should be a fun series.
I'm going Oklahoma 2 out of 3 at home. I'm worried Texas is reeling a little bit. I like Oklahoma. Both those Witherspoon brothers are really good. And that's a kind of a weird place to go play.
If UT does lose this weekend, we're talking some bad momentum going into the SC tournament and then into postseason. You are kind of right. It's not looking the best if you think about it that way, but we'll see.
I don't know. I just baseball. It's such a funny sport. And when you looked at them, they were 19-2 in the SEC 2 weeks ago, but
they looked dominant.
But even when they were 19-2, they won so many one-run games.
Yeah.
To me, when you looked at it, you're like, it's an unbelievable year they're having. But it felt like can they just win 3-2 or 4-3 every night? I don't know. It just felt like it wasn't sustainable to me. I don't know. So, but and then the final series this week, should be just unbelievable theater. at Baum Walker in Fayetteville, Tennessee and Arkansas. You get these two fan bases together. Vitello was top assistant at Arkansas under Van Horn before he went to Tennessee. A lot of history there. I mean, this is going to be supercharged atmosphere all weekend long. Arkansas 2 out of 3 here. I can't go against Liam Doyle the way he's been pitching on Friday. Well, he'll pitch tomorrow on Thursday. But I do think Arkansas takes the series and goes into the SEC tournament with a lot of momentum, and they're going to be a top 8 national seed.
Yeah. I mean, you want to talk about an electric atmosphere. That place this weekend is going to be so much fun to play in. Oh, I can't imagine being at those games. I'm going to go Tennessee here. I think Tennessee.
Okay, you're going to say Tennessee bounces back?
Yeah, I think they kind of have this like little chip on their shoulder right now. Liam Doyle's going to give 17 FUs to that dugout, and they're going to take the series. That's what's going to happen.
Awesome. Yeah, well, and then SEC tournament next week in Hoover, changing the format. All 16 teams are in it. There's like single buys and double buys, so it's just like the SEC basketball tournament. Single elimination now. I love that. We'll definitely be previewing that and talking about it all week.
Crazy.
That'll be a lot of fun next week. Also want to mention old friend of both of ours, Tim Elko, finally got called up by the White Sox Friday, like 6 p.m. on Friday last weekend. He was in 348 with 10 bombs in AAA Charlotte. And I was so happy that I didn't have any plans last weekend. Got to go to his Major League debut Saturday night and Sunday afternoon. 2-year-old teammates, Mitch Merrill, Max Gioffi out there, Elko's family. Got to hang out with them, took a picture with Tim on the field Saturday after the game. And I'll be damned if Tim Elko doesn't have a flair for the dramatic like almost no man I've ever seen. Sunday, 1st and 3rd, in a tie game comes up and hits his first major league career home run, a 3-run shot to win the game for the White Sox on Mother's Day. Top 5 to top 10 favorite live sports moment I've ever seen. Couldn't be happier for Tim. Just just unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, anybody that has been following him knows he's got a really cool story, and anybody that actually knows him knows he's an unbelievable dude. So for him to be able to have that moment was just so cool, and it was about damn time. I mean, he was killing it in minor leagues. It was like, what are we doing? Somebody call him up there. I remember seeing a million tweets about why isn't Elko up. So super cool. I remember whenever we first found out, I saw it. I FaceTimed him. He was on the plane heading to Chicago. And I was like, is it true? And he's like, it's true. I was like, let's go. It was really cool. It was a cool moment for him. I'm happy for him. And I think he's going to be up there for a long time. Who knows? They might build a statue there as well. He could be a legend there too.
Yeah. It's so awesome, man. And it's so funny for me. Like, I grew up in Louisiana, went to Ole Miss. I've never had a favorite Major League Baseball team in my whole life. I'm about to turn 42. And I'm a diehard White Sox fan now. Diehard.
Yeah.
What? I already ordered the SN package. I watched the game in Cincinnati last night. They won in 10.
Let's go.
I'm going to be going. I'm going to be going to games like crazy. Man, it's like $10 or $20 tickets to get in these White Sox games.
Yeah.
10-minute Uber from my place, dude. Like, they don't check tickets. I just walk down and sit 10th row behind the home plate with the cheapest ticket in the house. Not that I said that, but.
Yeah, no.
Man, I'm going to be going to all these, and it's so fun. And I know that, they're certainly not good right now, but they've got a young core buying at the beginning, and man, I can't wait to support more of it. They're at Wrigley this weekend too.
Oh, that'll be a lot of fun. That's pretty cool. I'm excited for him, man.
I got invited to go in a suite on Friday, but I'm going to Charleston this weekend. So,
oh man,
can't book them all, Yeah,
poor you.
I know.
I'm excited for him. I think it's pretty cool. He's an absolute legend. So, and I tell you what, I was watching him, and he already kind of looked like a man when he was in college, but he looks like a grown man. He is huge up there. It's
he's 6'5", 250. He looks good in that uniform.
Yeah, he fills it out pretty well.
Yeah, so that's going to be so much fun having him up here, and man, what a special weekend that was. In Chicago last weekend. Well, yeah. That's our SEC preview for the final week of the regular season. We'll be coming back with the SEC tournament preview early next week, and then man, we got NCAA tournament coming. They need some kind of thing. You got the March Madness. There needs to be like a June something.
There should be something. We'll come up with something. We'll make it.
I mean, there's got to be something, dude, because the NCAA tournament in baseball, like everybody talks about the March Madness one when you have the 16 games Thursday, Friday. You got 32 games scheduled on Friday, Saturday. Yep. I mean, it's nonstop.
It is baseball every single day, and you can get up to like 8 different games all on one screen. Oh, it's my favorite. I love it. So
I mean, I literally can't wait. So for Peyton, I'm Barstool Mintzy. That's your SEC preview for the final week of the regular season. Watch the baseball. Let's have a great weekend.
Let's go.